In this Muse, I am talking about how to stop feeling self-conscious. Working with breadwinning women with big lives and big missions, I see this again and again, whether it's at home or in the boardroom. By all appearances, they are out there kicking ass and taking names. They make good arguments, sound decisions, have solid intentions, do things the quote right way, and they're admired and respected in their fields and in their families. See, I get to see this because the women who are drawn to work with me are tired of looking great, but feeling exhausted and alone. And there is nothing more exhausting and lonelier than appearing confident while self-doubting. So if they're so successful, why do they feel self-conscious? Let's break down two different types of self-consciousness. There's the kind we all feel when we're stretching ourselves, we're trying something new, getting on a big stage, or just unapologetically showing up in the world in one way or another. And then there's the kind that pops up when some part of us knows we took a misstep. Let's say, for example, that our controlling part showed up like a bull in a china shop that day and alienated our coworkers, employees, or some of our family members. Or our egos need to be right in a moment, put us to sleep, and we forgot the higher aim that we were trying to be loving and kind or open and curious and have enriching relationships and interactions. In both cases, there are two steps to stop feeling self-conscious. I'm going to be blunt with the first. Stop being so self-important. Now, that might sound harsh, but what I mean by it is, in the first example, no one is paying that much attention to us. And in the second one, you're not the only one who has ever made a mistake or who's lost sight of their higher self. Hello? Have you looked around the world and seen how people are behaving? The paranoid part inside of you is shining a floodlight in your inner world and freaking out about this when a firefly could do the job. You only need enough light to witness what that voice inside is saying and the sensation you're experiencing in your body. Once you have that, you can summarily ignore it because what you give attention to grows and what you stop feeding dies. And that's the same with these emotions that have no business in our inner world freaking us out. So step one is dim and then extinguish the light. None of us is so important that we're the only ones who could ever screw up so incredibly badly, or whatever the voice in your inner world is saying to you. The second step to stop feeling self-conscious is to accept responsibility for who you were being if you had the misstep without judgment. If you're being controlling or you were controlling, that's a part of your ego that was built to take care of business. In fact, it's the very part that has likely contributed to your powerhouseness that you are. It just got a little overzealous. Big whoop. Witness it. Be accountable for it. Get back to the higher knowing, the bigger aim, whatever that is in that situation, whether it's to be loving and kind or whether it's to be collaborative or what have you, and emerge as the person that you want to be. Likewise, if you're feeling self-conscious for any reason, this goes back very likely to a childhood or maybe even ancestral experience that's in your DNA. Own it. It's yours. It lives in your body. It's a belief or perception about yourself that has no basis in current reality and only serves as a mechanism for your ego to freak you out and dig a ditch to bury your awesomeness. But it's still there. It's yours. Own it. Own it for what it is. Don't give it attention or identify with it. Feeling self-conscious doesn't have to be a way of life or it's just the way you are. If you want to work on it, investigate the areas where it's popping up. Is it because a nagging voice is telling you to own up to something? Or is it an area where you're just being paranoid because of some old, outdated belief? If you made a mess, clean it up without judging yourself because you're not the only one who's ever spilled the milk. If you're being paranoid, turn the light out. Put your attention anywhere but on that. If it's lodged in your body as a sensation, you're feeling it in your gut or in your chest or in your throat, allow that sensation in without getting all up in your head about it. Feel it to the extreme, but don't think about it. Don't engage in the mind's drivel about what a loser it thinks you are or whatever it has to say. See it as an outdated memory lodged in your body and spend a few minutes fearlessly allowing it in. Inviting in that resistance. I know it's uncomfortable, but just keep letting it in until you feel it dissipate. As someone who has spent a lifetime kicking ass and taking names, all while feeling self-conscious, I can tell you, life is better over here. It's a land of far more productivity, far more energy, meaningful connections, and most importantly, joy. If this was helpful, hit the like button and share this episode and help yourself to other episodes that you may find useful as well. Until next time.